guys ready?
What's the plan, Bobby?
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
We're gonna get killed.
What you mean, we, white boy? You ready?
Here we go.
What up, everybody? Got the OG NBA betting crew. It's been so long, I don't even know what to say.
You don't even know the whole name of the damn show, man. That's how long it's been. Yeah.
But we got all my guys here. It's good to be back with y'all, fellas. Everything good with y'all? I'll go around the horn. I'll go to Dutchy first, man. What's good with you, Dutch?
The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plug. Yeah, man, it's been too long. It's been too motherfucking long. Big shout out to everyone who's holding us down. Share the video. Retweet the motherfucking video. Let them know we back. We got OG Stacks in the building. We got the beautiful young lady, Tasha. We got Mr. Laterwood, Nets Best coming in, showing love. Hit the motherfucking like button. Look, man, we're going in today. We're going in. Send this video to your friend. Send it to your fan. Send it to that one motherfucker that owes you money. Because we're getting paid today. Believe it.
We're going to get to it. Babano, what's up with you over there in the north?
Great first half of the NBA season, but that's all behind us now. What are we going to do the rest of the season? I'm already nervous. I think this is a little bit of a trickier time. You're coming out of the All-Star break. There's teams that are going to be red hot going into the break. The break hits and they lose their momentum. There's going to be teams that absolutely suck, struggling going into the break, and maybe they use the break as a bit of a hit the reset button and they play better coming out of the break. So these are all things to look for and be careful of when you're betting NBA basketball out of the long break.
Then we're going to go to my guy, Wembanyama. We're not going to see Wembanyama no more. We got Wembanyama the rest of the season, though. What's good with you,
Wembanyama? Yeah,
Shout out to the people, man. This the NBA shake up everything since the last time we was here. Like you said, we can't even see Wembanyama no more, but I have to fill in and do what I got to do. We can't trust the utility, man. And they might be trading Ja in the offseason. Godly, it's a lot of things going on. So shout out to the people in the chat. I truly miss y'all. I miss my brothers as well. Skee, Dutch, Babano, Tasha. Shout out to you, ALD, Thomas. Man, we're gonna get to the chili today, man. It's going up today. I can't wait to start it off. It's a lot of pretenders, man. It's a lot of pretenders, man. A lot of tankers. So yeah, we're gonna identify them early.
All right, let's get to it. We got 9 games on the slate. I know we got a couple backwoods sprinkled in there. We'll start with the Grizzlies and the Magic. Grizzlies up a point to 3.5-point favorites, and the total also up 2 points to 225.5. Suggs still not ready to go for this Magic team. They were able to get a win in that last game without him versus the Hawks. But he's a big piece to this Magic team. I'm going to you first, Wham Bam. Suggs, I mean, can we trust the Magic? I was thinking at some point they're going to go on a run. Seeing them win versus Atlanta, now coming back home. Like I said, I wanted it to be with Suggs, but do you think they're heading in the right direction right now, or is it the Grizzlies?
It's interesting. The Grizzlies, man, they folded yesterday against the Pacers. Pacers just couldn't make anything early on in the game yesterday. And then and looked like the Grizzlies were going to be able to take it on. They started off the game, I think, with a 7-0 stretch, 7-0 run. Had a good lead up into that middle of that second quarter where they just collapsed there. So Memphis is somebody that I don't want to trust to be consistent in this game, being that it is the back-to-back. It's back-to-back for both teams, though. Like you said, Orlando didn't have Suggs yesterday, was able to win against a team like Atlanta. I think Atlanta is going to be a solid team, bro, the second half. Just like I think Indiana will be too. But Memphis, man, I don't know, man. It's starting to get a little suspect, bro. They really rely on their shot making. And if they're not going down with their three, it's going to be all bad. I think if you get into if your shot's not falling against this Magic team, they might grind you out. And then Franz Wagner played really well. Banchero played really well yesterday. I like the Magic here. I think the Magic are going to be able to win this game. It's just something I want to talk to you guys about. Just don't want to jump in here or take your Magic money line just because I think they're the better team in this situation at the right time. Even though, like I said, the Grizzlies, they're going to rely on their threes. They three didn't drop down the stretch yesterday. I'm not really going to bank that it drops again today, back-to-back, road-to-road, even if it is the early part or the second half. I like the Magic today, so I was thinking money line.
Babano, how are you feeling? Which side of the fence are you on?
I actually like the other side here a little bit. Memphis here in this spot, Orlando. And you look, I love the Magic, but beating Atlanta doesn't do much for me. We'll see how they do. Bounce. Memphis terrible last night, but Indiana. We talked about how they played pretty better basketball. The last month or so heading into the break. The key for me is you get Memphis off a bad loss, and the track record's pretty strong. This is a 35-20 ATS team on the year. You go back and look since early January. They lost at Golden State. They won and covered next game against Dallas. They lost to Houston, won and covered next game at Minnesota. Lost at Houston, won and covered next game at San Antonio. Lost to Oklahoma City right before the break. They bounced back, and they won at Phoenix, wire to wire, in a spot off a bad game and a loss. And I think the absence of Suggs does hurt a little bit. You've got this team now back-to-back for both teams, so there's really no advantage here. I took him on the money line earlier. It's gone up a little bit. You can still find a -145, -150. It's gone to -160 in some spots. Depends on if it's too pricey for you, but I played the money line earlier. Maybe you want to split it up, do the Skee line as he has done in the past, where if you like the favorite here, maybe you split half and half, little on the money line, little minus the 3.5.
I'm not sure. I think I would honestly prefer the Grizzlies side. I think so. Dutch, any opinion from you on Grizzlies and Magic?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy, Steve Harrison. I see he liking Memphis. Our guy Nets Bets said they're 7-2 off back-to-backs. He's liking Grizzlies. I don't know, man. Honestly, this game feels a lot like what we've heard on the panel. Both sides. I feel like you can make a case for both sides.
I agree.
I don't think you really want to get in.
Lower units, by the way, for me personally, just so everyone knows, for the first couple days after the break, just so everyone knows, we're not going big here first few days.
Yeah, I mean, when WAM was doing his breakdown, I could only think that Bobano was going to come in and take Memphis off the loss, because I remember they went and played Phoenix and Memphis handled business off of L. So I think I don't think I'd get in front of Memphis off of L. So if I had to bet it would be the Grizzlies. But this game is extremely tough to me. I think you can make a case for both sides.
That's a good point, though. They are 14-4 ATS after a loss. Memphis is, so that is a good point there.
Cheshire Cat with the K dot in there. Good. Get the fuck out of my face.
I didn't know what the fuck that is. Who's that? Your boy? Shout out to
man.
Cheshire Cat say,
hey, you got some nerve coming up here and talking about the Super Bowl after the way your Chiefs cash out. That's the only part you remember of that bitch. Is that?
Hey, let me enjoy the win I got in the Super Bowl. All right.
Let me bring up you want to bring up some bullshit? Let me talk about some bullshit.
Appreciate you, Cheshire Cat, with the $2 don't know.
It's all love, Cat.
Bucks Wizards. This one opened 7.5-point favorites for the Bucks, down to 6, and Washington a total open 227.5. It's up to 230. I'm gonna go to Babano first here. The Bucks will be without Damian Lillard. We know they're without Portis. Prince is also out, and Giannis is probable. For Washington, there'll be no Brogdon, no Sadiq Bey. This is Washington's first game since the All-Star break, and Milwaukee on a back-to-back here. Seeing Washington as less than a double-digit underdog, it's kind of the first thing that pops out to me. Do you think who do you trust here, Babano?
So in these spots, and we're going to see this maybe in the NHL this weekend, but certainly the NBA as well, when there's a team that's got a game under their belt versus a team that hasn't played since the break, I usually prefer the team that's got a game under their belt, even though it's a back-to-back. Shouldn't be tired if you're Milwaukee. Fuck that. Stop that. That's a bunch of nonsense. People saying they're tired on a back-to-back coming out of an all-star break. I know they played last night and they beat the Clippers 116-110, but fatigue shouldn't be an issue. In fact, I like that they played last night. A little more chemistry, a little more cohesion. And meanwhile, you got a Wizards team that hasn't played since the break. And even if, they did play with cohesion, it played last night, they're a horrible basketball team. They don't play any defense. And now you got this team coming off the long layoff. And look, I don't know if anything's going to change as far as the defensive issues are concerned. This is a team that's given up consistently 120s and 130s, and I don't know if that's going to change. I know Damian Lillard takes away from that Bucks team at the offensive end of the court, but I still think it's a terrible defensive team. You're not getting enough points with Washington. I'm not laying it on a back-to-back with Milwaukee, but there's no way I am trusting a bad Washington team when they haven't played since the break, haven't played in over a week, and a Milwaukee team that's got the game under their belt and is the better team. So I actually lean Milwaukee, but I like the over here in this game. Washington overs were good to me. The only concern here is Washington's defense, maybe is a little bit better. And how do they shoot tonight? Like Milwaukee's might have to carry things as far as getting this game over the total is concerned, but I could see Washington at home still scoring a little bit. It is worth noting, too, this team at home was putting up points, before the break. Remember, they beat Philly and they put up 135 before the break as well. So Washington's done some good. They put 121 on the board, albeit a loss against San Antonio, 130 against Indiana, the game they played right before the break. So I think over's the best way to go here.
I'm not mad at that over at all. And pass it over to my guy Dutch. My guy Cheshire Cat. Peekaboo, 80 points like a Kobe game. Hey, Cheshire Cat vibing it out there, man. I feel you.
This fool's keep loving this shit.
Hey, I appreciate the $2 dono, man.
Yeah, $3 dono. You say whatever the fuck you want. You keep dropping dollar bills. Yo, it's like the club in this bitch. Hey, yo, shout out to Charles White, B Daddy. You know what it is, man. Back with this motherfucker, goddamn it.
Is bad for your health.
Wham Bam. Is it the Cool's Revenge? Is it the who else was it? It's Cool Middleton. Yeah. What we doing?
Ooh, Chris Middleton got a low ass number. I don't think they expect him to play as much. His points and rebounds are 17.5. I would like his points, bro. I think he gets over like 12, 13 points. You know what I'm saying? That's where I would believe. You know what I mean? But again, we don't know necessarily. I don't think they really identify his usage is going to be today. But his points being over 13.5, that seems like a good look right there. But Kuz, it's kind of geared right up for Kuz, man. They got the boy Bobby Portis out. They're going to need somebody to get some boards. Dame is going to be out. That's a lot of the points a lot of the attention yesterday. He only had 12 shots yesterday. He shot 2 for 8. But Kuz had 7 shots from 3. I think he knocks down some of those threes today. He gets a little bit to the rim. He gets down to the down low a little bit. It's probably a little bit more spaced out now. They probably spaced out a little bit more as far as on the offensive side, allowing Giannis to have that drive, be the point of attack without Dame, like they normally would without Dame with the Bucks. So I'm thinking that's going to favor Kuz too, because he's crashing in, he's getting putbacks, things like that there. So I like Kuz points, rebounds, and assists, bro. I think that's probably the best revenge you probably want to get. He get the shit on these young boys over there against the Wizards. I think if anybody's as petty as anybody, it's Kuzma, person that just got recently engaged. So over 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Officially, that's for me, man. We're going to take Kuz tonight.
All right, we're going to slide it to the next game. Knicks and Cavaliers. Opened up Cavs -6.5, now 8.5 point favorites. Not a whole lot of movement on the total. For the Knicks, no Josh Hart. OG is still questionable for tonight. For Cavs, just Thor out, Dean Wade game time decision. Coming to you here, Dutchie. Knicks, when they play the good teams, like the real good, the elite teams, they usually get their ass whipped. Cavs, they whip anybody's ass, honestly, the way they've been playing. Is it Cavs or nothing? Is it levels to this? Or what you thinking?
Yeah, man. I couldn't help but think I was hoping Wham would pay that goddamn. It was way more than you need on the last game. I couldn't wait to talk about this motherfucker. I mean, we talked about that game so damn long. Hey, but let's get to the motherfucking money. Absolutely, Skee. There's levels to this shit, god damn it. Hey, and the Cavaliers are about to show them niggabuggers they on a whole another motherfucking level. Cavs first half, -4.5. It's good money. Come on now. Last time New York was in Cleveland, they fucked around and beat these boys by 19 points. Now, it was a long time ago, but I believe Cleveland will put it on them from start to finish tonight. We're down 10 in that game. to start the first, outplayed them in the second quarter, but still was, ended up getting smacked around in the entire fourth quarter, 4 quarters there. Cavaliers, nice spot here. They're fully healthy. I mean, this might be the healthiest they've been since the start of the season, even with Strus back. So probably the best they've been all year long. Rested, the back-to-back, get the fuck out of here. They were on cruise control last night with Brooklyn. They run these boys out the gym. It's 15, it's 20. The Knicks, I think even with Josh Hart out there, I'm still on the Cavaliers tonight. But without the heartbeat, this motherfucker does a lot for the Knicks, Josh Hart. I mean, this motherfucker 110% the entire game and does a little bit of everything. They're super top-heavy, and they're already missing OG. God damn it, I'm going to bet the Cavaliers again talking about this shit. Make me sound so good. Hey, I told you it's good money. Don't let me keep going. Cavaliers, baby. Let them know.
Sounds like you loving what you're hearing too, Babano.
It's plus, look what the Knicks went through last night against Chicago. Had to bust their ass in overtime. At home against the Chicago Bulls. They had to extend themselves in that game. Look at all the minutes. Look. The one, I guess, thing you can say is what I just said a minute ago, right? This is your second game out of the All-Star break. You shouldn't be tired, even on a back-to-back if you're the Knicks. That being said, you still haven't been in game action for over a week, and now you're throwing Karl Anthony Towns out there for 42 minutes, Precious Achiuwa for 46 minutes, Mikal Bridges for 43 minutes, Miles McBride for 42 minutes, Brunson for 38. First fucking game out of the break, just when you're trying to get your conditioning back. After being off for so long, this is where you could hit the wall, after playing that many minutes here tonight for this Knicks team. And the fact Josh Hart's not going to play, and there's no certainty that OG with that damn foot of his is going to be back here tonight for the New York Knicks either. It's difficult to step in front of this Cleveland Express. I mean, we saw it last night. They didn't play great last night, but still, they played their C- game. They still won at Brooklyn 110 to 97. They had a sluggish first half. And then they turned it on in the second half. I didn't lay the 8.5, but I would prefer lay it or don't play it for me.
Wham bam.
It's all the way, Cavs. I don't think it, like what guy said. Y'all gave y'all way more than you need, man. It's definitely lay it. Lay this shit all the fucking way, bro. As far as the Knicks defensively, that's where they're more suspect than the Cavaliers. Cavaliers, like you said, they're getting healthy. They're getting key defensive help at that wing position, where I think that's where this team is going to be able to flourish a little bit more. Knicks, yes, they're going to get better defensively once they get the boy Mitchell Robinson and all them boys locked in. There's no Josh Hart here. Like you said, the heartbeat gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really think that I like the Cavs the most. I also like this under 2 here. I think that the Knicks are going to be held to under their team total here. So I would necessarily go team total under, but I'm thinking 4 game under. Just seems like a good spot there as well. I think it's the 9 unders over the last 10 meetings between these two. So it's trending there with the history there, and I think it's going to just, even though it hasn't been the theme recently, but this is the All-Star break. I think we get to the defense here during the second half for this Cavaliers team. And this is going to be a game where they're going to lock in a little bit more. So, obviously, both teams could score easily. So, that's the reason why the total is so high. I think the defense kind of kicks it in here. So, I like the under here. But you guys said it. It's the Cavs is the best play to me.
Yeah, the series history, Wham, to your point, 9 straight unders head-to-head with the Knicks and the Cavs. And I heard Tibbs before the game last night against Chicago saying we weren't playing good defense going into the break. And they played all shit ton of overs going into the break, the Knicks. And sure enough, they focused on it going into last night. That game didn't even get close to going over the total with Chicago. Even with overtime, it didn't come close to going over the total. So you can tell Tibbs is lighting into his team with OG on the floor or not. We got to get our defense in order.
All right, we got a really, really rapid fire.
Yes.
That 20-minute wizard breakdown fucked our whole shit up.
Heat and
Knicks in
Raptors.
15 minutes, we can do it.
I'll go ahead and start it off.
Is bad for your health.
Not one I'm interested in. Babano.
Toronto at home, I don't like betting against them, especially when they're catching points. I haven't bet it yet, but I lean to the Raptors here a little bit.
Dutchy.
Shout out to Guillermo Tucci in the building. Good to see you, my man. Jermaine in the building. DK, Dan Kelly giving us some goods. But back with this motherfucker.
is bad for your health.
Wham bam.
Yeah, put the backwood back up, man. There's no other way around this shit. I'm not fucking with Andrew Wiggins led Heat team.
Is bad for your health.
Hey, this may be the one night he shows up playing in Canada, so look out.
Could be. Could
Right.
be.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you go.
Pistons and Spurs. No Wemby. They did it for one game, but I'm not buying on that shit for to continue. You know, Pistons been really good. They're hungry to win and make the playoffs. Pistons are past for me. Well,
Yeah, for me, Pistons. I know
Okay.
Our guy Dutch might make a case here for Spurs first half, which I don't hate. But I think as the game goes on, Pistons will just wear them out. They played their guts out last night, first game post Victor Wembanyama's season-ending injury to beat Phoenix. Now they're on a back-to-back. I think it's a tough spot for the Spurs. I think Pistons get stronger as the game goes on. Wear down the Spurs. Pistons for me is a road favorite.
Go ahead, Wemby.
Yeah, no, I like Cade. I think Cade goes crazy. Last time he had 29 points against the Bulls. And then prior to that, he was able to go up against elite matchup. I think it's all about elite matchup for bro. This is a game where he's gonna have a matchup on the other side where he probably be a little bit more formidable there. So I like Cade to go over 26.5 points. Other than that, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, man. I got a little, big shout out to Cheshire, aka K Dot's ass. Big shout out to you for the $2 on my man. I'm gonna put a half a unit on the plus 135. So yeah, man, make it official. I'm gonna put a Spurs first half plus 135. I think the Spurs continue the momentum from last night. Detroit's always a team to me that starts off a little slow, plays a little sluggish, and grinds out a game. I see their value here with San Antonio. It's been a long layoff for the Pistons, and as well, they have Atlanta. They go to play Atlanta next. Trey hit that shot in 132, 130 game last time they played Detroit and Atlanta. It was ice Trey. I think they ready for Atlanta, bro. They don't give a fuck about this game. They'll probably show up in third quarter and find a way to beat Spurs. But I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game. But I'm taking the plus 135 San Antonio first half. Last two times they've seen these boys, they beat them by 20 plus. So they're going to come in a little confident playing last night. Reality might set in eventually. I think there's a little too much love for Detroit tonight. So give me San Antonio first half, plus 135.
Good stuff.
I agree with the chat too. Over is the way I'd go on the total there.
Pelicans and Mavs. This is definitely
Is bad for your health.
Anybody else interested in this game?
Yeah, I think Dallas is a little cheap here. I don't like what I'm seeing from New Orleans at all going into now. Maybe again the break, gets them refocused again. But this is a terrible basketball team going nowhere this year. Meanwhile, Dallas, they're trying to make a push here. I think down the stretch to improve their standing in the Western Conference. They played pretty well. Now I am concerned going into the break. They started to get it rolling a bit. 4 wins in their last 5 games. They beat Miami, Golden State, Houston, Boston. They were beating some pretty good teams, Dallas, before the break. I don't know. The line just looks very, very cheap here for me on the Dallas side. So I laid the 5.5.
Yeah, big backwood for me, bro. Like you said, it's my boy gave y'all way more than y'all need for sure.
Is bad for your health.
Trying to have a good time.
Pretty sure that's what we get from Dutch.
Yeah, good. You don't have to do it. Just move on.
Fuck. Same game.
Backwood.
Backwood is big.
Of course.
Of course. Timberwolves and Rockets. I'll just say I don't trust the Rockets for a full game until they get Fred VanVleet back. I don't trust Jalen Green trying to run the shit at the end. I'm tired of it. Don't want to see it. Rockets first half, get in, get out, stay out the way. That's how I feel about this game, especially with the injury report for Timberwolves. So, Babano.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more faithful than you with Houston. I just took them full game money line. I laid the minus 150-ish on the money line here with Houston. They didn't play well at all going into the break, but this is still a team that I think is better than they showed. Use the break to hit the reset button, get your game right. And this is just a mangled Minnesota team. from an injury standpoint coming into town. So, like I said, I think Houston for me here. Time to get going again, and they're still pretty good at home.
Yeah, for me, it's Houston all the way. First half is probably where I will be more so looking into. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the boy from the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. Not just because he out here got to force bitches to eat the damn Plan Bs and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got like every year he's sitting in the video. Like golly, you know what I'm saying? My boy out there out of pocket, but I understand it though too. It's just this is the season. Shout out to him and Matt Barnes, but he got a lot of pressure on his head, man. I think that's it's a lot to follow up there. Timberwolves look like they're the team that's going to be taking a back seat from what they were last year, and I think the Rockets are doing the opposite here. So yeah, the first half is where I will be taking my talents there with the Rockets.
Dutchy.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna take this moment. Shout out to our guy LJ from H-Town. He is on the Rockets first half, kind of co-sign what Skee said. And we got a new format coming out on Monday, Medicaid Mondays, 11:10 Eastern time, 8:10 out here on the fresh side. Best bets only, and LJ will be a part of that. My boy Wham Man coming through too. Hopefully we might even wake up Skee's ass here or there. But yeah, man, check it out. Picks only with the Sesh Vibe, Medicaid Monday. Shout out to LJ.
What time?
Huh?
What
Same
time?
exact time. The same exact time. It's just it's pre-recorded, only live bets. So it's going to be recorded like 2 to 3 minutes of, the Razor's Edge or riding with LJ or like the freshest look, Wham Band, Wham Talk. You're going to get 2 to 3 minute, 2-3 minute play from Wham Talk,
Right.
For Monday's card. And then Monday night, we vibing out. Hopefully, Laker look a lot better. God damn.
Yeah, Luka get traded to the Lakers. Dutch want to get in that late time slot and do a late night show.
Well, I ain't saying nothing right now. I'm waiting till that shape. That calf is it's ailing him a little bit. But when the Don shows up,
Shout out to TJ.
Gonna be bright as fuck.
All right, 2 more games left. OKC and Utah. I was thinking I disagree with the total going down. Utah, since they've gotten healthier, they've been able to score. Their defense hasn't gotten much better, and Thunder can pretty much name their number in this game. Thunder can play defense, but will they bring their best defense after the All-Star break? I just don't really think so. So I'm thinking over in this game. But Beno, you agree?
Well, he had 239 and 237 in the last 2 meetings, Thunder versus Jazz. And if it gets to that again, it's going over. So I'm with you here. I did bet over the total. The side's tough. Something tells me lay it with the Thunder because they lost their last game before the break against Minnesota. It was not a good performance. And I don't bet against OKC off a loss, flat out. Haven't done it. Have never done it. Will never do it. So it's Thunder or pass. It's just a question of how locked in are they first game after the break, but maybe because they lost to Minnesota, they are. But I lean Thunder. I only bet over, though.
Shout out to T Shank for the $4.99. Don't know. Appreciate you, bro.
That's love.
Wham, Dutch.
This one's tougher than the last one here. Big spread here. I think it's obvious there's levels to this. And the Thunder really actually been caring about smoking motherfuckers at this level. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to jump on that. But like you guys were saying, the Jazz is one of those sneaky teams where they can make it down the stretch. They're going to have a 50-50 ATS record probably by the end of this year. So these are one of the games that you probably want to take them here. But nothing that I want to jump in here. I think that it's got to be the Thunder here. So maybe the over is probably my favorite look here because I think the Jazz are going to be competitive here. But again, it's just tough to jump right in here after the All-Star break. It's just don't make sense.
Last game, Warriors and Kings. I don't trust the Kings. I think they're just a team compiled of a lot of individual offensive talent, not any real defense. And the Warriors, I like their new addition of Jimmy, both offensively and defensively. So I think the Warriors can make a run. I think it starts tonight. Warriors will be my preferred side. Abeno?
Yeah, I lean Warriors too. I do. 2.5 point road favorites here. 3-1 straight up, 3-1 against the spread with Jimmy Buckets in the lineup. He actually looks like he's had a decent fit so far with Steph Curry. from what I've seen. It's been a decent fit, at least. It's always like this with Jimmy Butler with his new team. There's always a honeymoon period before things start to, and he gets upset and something goes bad and he gets, cantankerous. But right now it's honeymoon right now for Golden State. And they've played well since he's been joined the starting five for Golden State. So I'm not going in front of that. And I feel that Sacramento, they had that great run before the break with the coaching change. Maybe the break stunts that run a little bit for them. So I'm with you here, Golden State or pass.
Okay, yeah, now for me, bro, I think it's Golden State for sure. Like the honeymoon stage is giving this boy some damn free throws, man. I don't know what's going on there. First game, he get 13 free throw attempts. Second game, 15 free throw attempts. 6 and 6 the next day. I think he's going to get probably about 8 free throw attempts today. And that's going to correlate him to getting 20-plus points. That's the type of score that they've been desperately needing for the Warriors. And Clay had to get on because he wasn't giving you that. That's the reason why we don't trust Dallas right now is because Clay can't give you that. So the Warriors are definitely a lot better than what they have been over the last few years. So if that's being said, you go back to the drawing board of these two matchups regardless. Steph Curry pretty much do whatever he want over here in Sacramento. They ain't going to be lighting the beam tonight. I do like the Warriors today.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Saturated in the building. He like an over 7.5 free throws made by Shea. That's a pretty clean look right there. Zoned Up. It's on Pub Sports Radio, my dude. Just follow your boy. I tweet out everything. Yeah, man. It's Bay business, man. It's Bay business tonight, man. I think the Warriors will come out and play and put it on their motherfucking ass from start to finish. I like this one yesterday. I was like, I should probably bet this bitch. It stood out to me. I think the Jimmy Butler, man, I think really Jimmy Butler is a great basketball player when he's locked in. We know that. He's all around type of player, right? Defense, can pass the ball, can rebound, and can score. He's just freeing up Steph, bro. Like I've seen Steph since Jimmy Butler been there. I've seen like the USA chef, Steph. I ain't seen this motherfucker play like this since the Olympics. So it's important if you're gonna get that type of Steph, and Jimmy Butler it's gonna be kumbaya for a moment. And why it is, watch the fuck out for the Warriors. So let's capitalize off this shit today. So it's a little scary because all four of us like them, and we know how that go. But yeah, Dub Nation, baby, Bay business from start to finish, in my opinion. There's levels to this shit, god damn it. And the Warriors are on another level than the Sacramento Kings. That's right. Jimmy Butler done put him on another level.
His 3-point percentage has gone way up in just 4 games with Butler there, Steph Curry.
Crazy.
So there you go.
It's like he got rejuiced. It's like he got his juice back. Like the motherfucker got his apron and shit. He got his favorite knife back. You know what I mean?
Cooking again.
In the kitchen again. Yep. In the kitchen again.
And the main person that's the problem is bowing down, saying that, hey, he could be the big dog. The boy Draymond Green is already coming out to the public saying that he's already ready. This is Steph and Jimmy.
Draymond need to go do podcasts, man.
Nah, I think it's some shit like that too, though. I think that's what it is. So he's trying to
get best bets, man. Best bets.
We gotta go here. Yeah, we gotta go.
Wham bam. First up, what you got for the people?
Give me Cade, man. Cade over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Second half time, bro. Cade, second half, bro. We're gonna get to the money. Over 26.5 points.
Babano.
Cheap price, Dallas -5.5. Best bet.
Haven't placed a bet yet, but I do really like OKC and Utah over 234.5 right now. That'll probably be my best bet for the show. Dutch, freshest look, take us home.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. Well, goddamn, it's Levels Friday, and we're going with a whole nother motherfucking level, and that's the Cleveland Cavaliers against the New York Knicks tonight. First half, -4.5. And it's Levels Friday, man. Go ahead and take the motherfucking Warriors, too. I'm making that official. That's a 2-unit play for me as well. It's Bay business, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man. To the win.
You guys ready? It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always winged it.
We're gonna get killed. What you mean, we, white man? Ready?
Here we go.